Good morning, my little students. How are you all feeling? So today I am going to tell you a story about noise. Yes. So are you all ready? The name of the story is Too Much Noise. Yes. So should we start? So once upon a time there was a farmer and his name was Shringeri Shrinivas. Yes, I did tell you a story about him earlier. Do you remember? So now Shringeri Shrinivas was going off to the city with the best of his cows to a cattle fair. But when he was traveling, he had to go by the new national highway which had come near his village, and he was walking with his cows. There were lots and lots of trucks and there were cars, and they all were honking, they all were blowing the horn, and there was too much noise of traffic. The cows did not like that at all. They got scared. And they got so much scared that Shringeri Shrinivas was not able to handle them. They went from here to that side and they moved. So then Shringeri had to decide to come back to his village and take his cows back home. So when he was going back, he waved to the drivers and people who were driving the trucks and the cars. He told them, "Stop! Please don't blow the horns." But this did not help. It encouraged the people to blow the horns more louder. Shringeri Shrinivas came back with his cows. The cows were happy to be back in their cowshed. But Shringeri Shrinivas was not happy. He was upset. The sound of the traffic, the noise, went straight into his head and it stayed there. It gave him a headache. It sounded like noise of untrained musicians, and even the sounds he heard in his daily life added to it. He did not like the kirk of the cicadas, or the sound of the frogs, or the hooting of the owl, and he kept on complaining. He was angry with the koel screeching at 4 a.m. and the cows were mooing at 5 a.m. All he wanted was silence. He shouted as his kids were talking loudly. He frowned at his wife whenever the pressure cooker whistled. Everyone was tired. How could they help Shringeri? So after a few days, they all understood how upset he was. And the kids, they played quietly. They played cricket with the softball. His wife stopped scolding the kids. The owls stopped hooting. The cows stopped mooing. But then, despite of all this, Shringeri was not happy, because now he could hear the noise of everyone trying to be quiet. One morning he said, "I will leave this place and go away." His wife said, "No, please don't. Where will you find silence?" So he frowned at his wife and he started to walk away from the village. He boarded a bus. And then he decided to take a ride in the bus. So he sat inside. And then he noticed a man. And the man had some wires dangling from something big he wore over his ears. This man was also sitting inside the bus, and he looked very happy, yes, and he was not at all affected by the loud horns of the truck, the noise of the traffic. After a while, Shringeri went near to the man and he asked him, "Hello, what is this that you're wearing over your ears?" The man said, These are my headphones. Here, you try them on." So the man put the headphones over Shringeri Shrinivas' ears. As soon as Shringeri wore the headphones, he heard the sweet music. No horns, no noise, aha, this is what I want. And on the way back, Shringeri Shrinivas bought himself big new headphones. He came back to his village. His wife and children were happy to see him. So then, whenever he got upset with the loud noise of the animals, the hooting of the owls, or people fighting, he would put his headphones on and listen to silence. Or he would listen to some sweet music. But Shringeri Shrinivas made it very clear and took care that he never wore his headphones while he was walking in traffic, he was walking on the road, or he was cycling, because that could be dangerous. Whenever he was at home and he was upset, or whenever he was disturbed by the surrounding noise, he would put his headphones and have his peace time. So this is how Shringeri Shrinivas found out a way to find silence and have some peace time of his own. But did you notice in the story how the people were impatient on the road while they were driving the cars or they were driving the scooters? Have you noticed that? So students, we have to learn to be patient while we are doing any work, while we are cooking, while we are driving, right? So whenever you see someone on the road who is not being patient and honking, or even your parents or anyone elder in your house or family, so you have to tell them to be patient while they are driving on the road. Yes, and take care of people who are around you. Thank you so much.